3 years after this white killer whale vanished, a scientist made an incredibly rare sighting. When the cream-colored fin was first seen breaking the ocean waves in 2012, the research scientists could not credit it. Could that really be an adult white killer whale, contrasting vividly with the blue water off the coast of Russia? No one had ever spotted a mature specimen with that idiosyncratic coloring before. Chasing the great white whale has been a metaphor for obsessive ambition ever since Herman Melville published Moby Dick in 1851. But for some, it is a very literal rather than literary pursuit, as with 67-year-old whale expert Eric Hoyt. Hoyt is actually the co-founder of the Far East Russia Orca Project, which studies the Orcanus orca species in the oceans around the largest nation on Earth. Until the project's initial mission in 1999, Russia's orcas were largely overlooked by the global scientific community. And it was during his work with the Far East Russia Orca Project in 2010 that Hoyt spotted something super rare, a male white whale. Orcas usually boast a striking black and white color scheme. Hoyt was fortunate enough to witness the white male orca swimming near the Kamchatka Peninsula on the extreme northeastern edge of the Russia landmass. Furthermore, it became apparent that he was the first person on record to see such a whale. Obviously, the first thing that struck Hoyt was iceberg's distinctive coloration. According to an article from Hoyt's discovery in UK newspaper The Daily Telegraph, the chances of an orca being born white is 1 in 10,000. Indeed, there are subtle differences between the two hereditary mutations. Albinos have a lack of the dark pigment melanin in their skin, while leucistic animals are missing several different pigmentations. Orcas enter adulthood when they reach the age of 15. And judging by the condition of his dorsal fin, Iceberg was thought to be 18 when Hoyt first sighted him in 2012. This is significant because while white killer whales are rare, ones who have reached maturity are rarer still. In April 2012, Hoyt spoke to the BBC about his then recent discovery. "We've seen another 2 white orcas in Russia," the scientist explained, "but they've been young, whereas this is the first time we've seen a mature adult." And it seemed to be a family affair. The Far East Russia Orca Project co-director continued, "Iceberg seems to be fully socialized. We know that these fish-eating orcas stay with their mothers for life." In fact, orcas often live in family units called pods and hunt collectively and efficiently together. In addition to the killer reputation, this behavior has earned the species the nickname wolves of the sea. It turns out that orcas are extremely fond of snacking on cephalopods, including squid and octopus. However, the whale's pod pack hunting style allows them to target much larger food sources. And it's not just aquatic creatures who should fear orcas. Killer whales also hunt animals from beyond their watery confines. Researchers have reported observing them attacking deer caught swimming between islands in the whale's territorial waters. Nevertheless, orcas should not be thought of merely as mindless murderers. Indeed, they have been known to employ highly intelligent tactics to overwhelm their desired prey. In 2005, a captive orca held at Marineland in Niagara Falls, Canada, was seen luring tasty seagulls out of the sky by cleverly using his vomit as bait. After the first encounter off the Kamchatka Peninsula, Hoyt and his team kept an eye on Iceberg until they lost track of him later in 2012. The white adult male remained below their metaphorical radar for 3 years, until August 2015. Moreover, Iceberg seemed to be enjoying life just as much as when Hoyt had first spotted him 3 years earlier. Furthermore, it was also revealed that researchers had spotted even more white killer whales in the Russian waters. In a post on the official Far East Russia Orca Project page, the representative wrote, "We've now recorded at least 5 and maybe up to 8 different white killer whales." The academics update continued. As reported in our paper, albinism probably indicates inbreeding of small populations. The publication in question was White Killer Whales Orcanis orca in the western North Pacific. This was a 2016 scientific survey which featured iceberg and similar pale pigmented members of his species. Indeed, in the comments section below its update, the Far East Russia Orca Project spokesperson explained that it was probably something that has occurred as a result of inbreeding over centuries. But regardless of the reason behind their ghostly presence, the project's members were spotting more and more white orcas. Subsequently, the Far East Russia Orca Project page stated that CO210 was also known as Mama Tanya in tribute to the group's photographic identification specialist, Tatiana Ikovich. It was a fitting name as apparently the Russian team member has very distinctive blonde hair.